Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for June 25th, 2014. It's muggy out there this morning with temperatures in the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior and the New York City metropolitan area, and upper 70s to lower 80s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area with a south to southwesterly wind around 5 to 15 miles per hour. That wind's going to be increasing from the southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon as a cold front slowly approaches the region. And that, of course, is going to mean temperatures will warm up into the lower to mid 80s in the New York City metropolitan area and generally the mid 80s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Let's take a look at our surface map, and you can see our cold front approaching is currently in the Great Lakes, cutting through Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. And we also have another wave of low pressure over the Ohio River Valley. Now, what's key about this cold front, and the reason why it's going to be moving very slowly, is that we have all these waves of low pressure along this cold front. So basically what we're dealing with are mid and upper level disturbances with surface reflections, these low pressure systems, moving along this cold front. And so as a result, the cold front slowly marches eastward. So for much of the day today, conditions will remain dry with just an isolated shower and variable cloud cover. If we had clear skies, temperatures most likely would have warmed up into the mid to upper 80s for highs this afternoon for the entire region. But with all this cloud cover around and unsettled conditions, we're going to stay a little bit cooler, but still the atmosphere is rather unstable. The good news is that the best potential for severe weather will be to the north and west of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas, but we will see a threat for showers and some strong thunderstorms late this evening into the overnight hours. On the latest radar, you can see the focus of the showers and thunderstorms are currently focused over the eastern Great Lakes. Now, what's going to happen, and I'll show this on the water vapor satellite picture, is that the best dynamics and lifting will be focused basically over the Mohawk River Valley and New England. And this area of showers will march eastward and solidify into a nice line of thunderstorms based on the latest mesoscale model guidance. So what we'll have here by, let's say, about 9 p.m. is a line of showers and thunderstorms marching through eastern Pennsylvania. Most of these thunderstorms will remain below severe levels. I can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm, but for the most part, will basically feature periods of heavy downpours and wind gusts up to or over 30 miles per hour, should I say, as these thunderstorms march east. And by about 1 a.m., they'll be cutting through Long Island and Connecticut and then off the coast by 2 a.m. However, because of all these waves of low pressure, some showers will develop on the backside of this cold front and keep the threat of showers lingering into tomorrow morning. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see the focus of the best lifting currently is over the Great Lakes. You can kind of see where it's pushing northward towards New England. And then, of course, we have clearer skies here over portions of the northern plains. So it'll reach us by tomorrow afternoon and will be in place by the time we get to Friday. Now, when we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, a couple of interesting points here. We have multiple disturbances clearly in place here. This is the primary disturbance right here, this nice little bowling ball of energy. This energy is going to march towards the St. Lawrence River Valley and then towards New England, remaining well north and west of the region. And that's the key point, because what's going to happen is that this disturbance and the cold air aloft associated with it will enhance thunderstorms over the Mohawk River Valley and over central Pennsylvania and over New England. And when you have that focus of enhancement in those areas, locations south and east of those areas, like northeastern or eastern Pennsylvania, like New Jersey, the New York City Metro, Philadelphia Metro, Connecticut, typically has an influence where the thunderstorms are weaker because you have sinking air in place. So that's one of the key factors that's going to limit the strength of these showers and thunderstorms. And there are factors that this cold front is going to be moving through overnight when instability will be declining naturally. And as a result, the primary impact with these showers and thunderstorms tonight into tomorrow morning will be heavy downpours and strong wind gusts. Some frequent lightning can, of course, be expected. As far as hail, very isolated, and of course, no threat for tornadoes at all in any way. So we're definitely looking at a stormy evening and overnight period, and then the cold front moves through, setting up once again for a very nice weekend on the way. We've been very lucky with weekends this year, especially this summer. So, for tonight, that cold front approaches the region with showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures will fall off into the upper 60s to lower 70s for lows. By tomorrow afternoon, that cold front will be moving off the coast. Showers lingering in the morning, followed by clearing skies in the afternoon. Temperatures are going to be warmer. And the reason why is that even though we have high pressure building in from the Great Lakes, producing a polar air mass invasion, the winds are coming down from the north and northwest and will be downsloping. And what that basically means is that sinking air warms. And so with that sinking air warming, it's going to lead to temperatures into the lower to mid 80s along the coast and mid to upper 80s throughout the rest of the region. But you'll notice the humidity will be falling off in the afternoon, so it won't feel as bad. On Friday, high pressure and complete control. Can't rule out an isolated shower with some of these pesky disturbances. Same scenario on Saturday and Sunday as well. But for the most part, dry conditions can be expected this weekend. Temperatures should range from the lower to mid 60s for lows, lower to mid 80s for highs, mid to upper 80s in some urban locations like in Newark and Philadelphia, but most locations will be around that 85-degree area for a high temperature this weekend. So overall, very comfortable, very nice indeed. Now, by the time we get to early next week and we get ready for the 4th of July weekend next weekend, we'll get a little bit warmer as a ridge tries to redevelop and push northward because our trough starts to reload and reset itself over portions of the northwestern Atlantic. So we'll warm up rather nicely on Monday and Tuesday with temperatures rebounding into the mid to upper 60s, even a few lower 70s for lows, and mid to upper 80s for highs. Scattered cloud cover could be expected with an isolated threat for a shower, but really most locations will remain dry. Don't get used to the warm and humid conditions though, because by the time we get to the 4th of July weekend, and let's just jump fast forward right into that period, you could see a trough start to redevelop and really dig itself in over the northeast. And what that's going to do is suppress all that hot and humid weather conditions. And you can see that with the upper level winds by the time we get to July 4th with a northwesterly wind. What that does is transport a polar air mass back into the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area. And the 4th of July weekend right now looks a bit unsettled, most likely isolated to widely scattered showers with variable cloud cover and temperatures around 80 degrees. Now, if you want hot and humid weather conditions for the 4th of July weekend, once again, jump on the turnpike and head down towards Virginia and North Carolina, where they'll be under the influence of a Bermuda high and temperatures rebounding into the mid to upper 80s, most likely even a few lower to mid 90s for the 4th of July weekend. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn.